Bon matin, ça va?
Bienvenue à Carry On.
Okay, so our Cajun French is a little rusty,
Just a little.
but lucky for you, we have some Cajun French experts here with us today.
That's right. They're here to tell you all about the Cajun French culture in Terrebonne Parish, and they might even cook you up a little something too. You ready, Tara?
I'm ready. Let's get into it.
My name is Audrey George. My nickname is Hurricane Audrey of 1957. If you do the math, you'll find out that I'm nearly 87 years of age. So anyway, what you are watching me do as we speak is making one of the best Cajun treats. It's called beignets. Beignet is a word that means to bathe. You soak it in oil and you fry it. At any rate, beignets came from France, went on to Canada, and then came to Louisiana. The beignet is made very easily with just flour, yeast, a little sugar, eggs, and a little bit of oil, tiny bit of salt. The trick is you have to roll it out paper thin. You can cut the beignets any way you want to. Some people like them long and skinny. Some people like them really just small. I really don't like them this small, but it works. And you pull it a little bit as you get ready to put it in the oil, when you're ready to drop it in the oil. I'm probably gonna cut this one. And now if the oil is warm enough, we are going to go fry them. Suivez-moi, follow me. This is about the color that you want them. You buy the cheapest sifter you can. Don't go buy one of those that cost 3 times as much and never work as well. Christine, are you ready to test one?
Absolutely. Merci.
Voilà. C'est bon.
C'est bon.
C'est un petit peu chaud.
It's okay. C'est bon.
So we can go ahead and enjoy these. Si tu peux les emmener à la table.
Bien sûr.
Okay. I said we'll enjoy them. Just take them to the table.
All right, y'all, for this episode of Carry On, I am sitting down with 2 incredible women to talk about French culture right down here in Terrebonne Parish. So I have with me Miss Audrey George. She owns a beautiful bed and breakfast, which we are currently sitting in the dining room of. And she has been involved in the French heritage movement in Louisiana for more than 60 years, which is such an incredible accomplishment. She's done wonderful things for the French culture here. And I'm also sitting here with Miss Christine. She is really proud of her American Indian heritage, and she is also the current principal of the French Immersion School in Pontchartrain. So you are both really involved in the French culture down here. So I would love for you to tell everyone watching just a little bit about the culture.
It goes way back to the 1780s when the first French people came to this area of Terrebonne Parish and the rest of Louisiana. When we were kicked out of Nova Scotia, in order to be a Cajun or an Acadian, your ancestor has to have left France about the 1600s, 1660s, and go on to Nova Scotia and then come to Louisiana. That's what a Cajun is. At one point, we weren't proud to be called Cajun. It wasn't.
Oh, wow.
It all came about when, in the 1950s, 1930s, when the rednecks came from Texas, or they came from North Louisiana to work in the oil fields. They made fun of the fact that we couldn't put our tongue between our teeth. We could not say For example, the word theater, you have to say theater. In France, they have an H, but they don't pronounce the H. So they made fun of us. So to be a Cajun, it's a word we proud. Everywhere you go, you see Cajun this and Cajun that. So
yes.
it's really rewarding and very inspiring to me to see that we're now proud to be Cajuns. We have to say we are of Cajun descent. Now in Canada, they can't call themselves Cajuns. They call themselves Acadians. Over here, the people often call themselves Acadians who felt the stigma of the word Cajun, which does not exist anymore. Thankfully.
Which is really incredible. And I mean, everywhere I go, I feel like even some of our really incredible restaurants that offer that authentic Cajun cuisine, they're proud of it. And I see tourists all the time coming in and saying they want that authentic Cajun experience, and like they're proud to experience too. They post on social media about it, and I think it's really great that it's such a widespread culture now that we're really seeing it kind of come to the forefront in a really positive light. And Miss Christine, I would love for you to speak to your experience as well as far as the culture of French and how it's represented in Houma.
So for us, we didn't come from Nova Scotia, so our French came straight from France. People from France coming into our area, the New Orleans area. And that's how we acquired our French, from trading with them, intermarrying with them in our tribe, and the other Indian people took upon that French there. We say the same words. We just like the Cajuns, we say the same words. We have French words. We kind of add, we have some Indian words in there in our language, but they got theirs from the French going into Canada, and we got ours straight from the French coming into this area.
Wow, that's incredible. So it's kind of like two different sides of the French culture in Terrebonne Parish kind of coming together to mesh.
Yes.
And really represent the French culture as a whole. I think that's really beautiful. How would you say you see the impact on tourism in your everyday life and in your jobs as well?
I do know that New Orleans, number one, is a big attraction to this state. But in France, Belgium, Canada, and Switzerland, there are guidebooks that talk about Louisiana. And I'm listed in 4 or 5 guidebooks. They refer to me, my head's bigger than my house, and my house is pretty big, that I'm the Cajun ambassador for the state of Louisiana. And I like to, I really appreciate that. And I do, in 1980, I started my twin sister doing bed and breakfast because we were beginning to have a few French people. They just want the hospitality that that is part of our Cajun heritage, and they want to know more about us. It has been very profitable for us, but beneficial more in the service that we render these people who come and are just so hungry to know more about the Cajun heritage, history, and culture.
I think that's a really beautiful thing to see people come to Houma, come to Terrebonne Parish, and really want to be immersed in that Cajun French culture. Ms. Christine, would you be able to speak from your point of view on how the Pointe-aux-Champs French Immersion School impacts that tourism aspect of the French culture?
Sure. So before the school even opened, we've had people come just to our community, to our tribal building, because they want to, first of all, a lot of people, especially people from France, other places, they don't know that there are French-speaking natives here. And so they're really curious about how that happened. You know, when you think about it, the Indian people are usually down the bayous, you know, Lafourche, Terrebonne, the different bayous, Pointe-aux-Champs, Montague, Grand Caillou, Du Large. That's usually where they are. And people don't realize that they're French-speaking natives. And there are some in Canada as well. So they're, that's something new to them. And they want to learn more about our heritage and how that happened. Since the school's open, we've had people come just to visit, to see the school, to see the kids, and asking why we chose to open a French immersion school. Currently, we have pre-K to third grade. Next year, we're going to add fourth. Most of our parents, I have a few parents who do speak French. Some of them understand it. They won't speak French, but they understand the French. So it's most of the grandparents that speak French. And our school is a little bit different than the others because we not only teach the traditional French, we teach our French as well, because our goal is to have the kids go home and speak to the grandparents. So that means that we need to teach them our Louisiana French. For example, using shod instead of voiture for car, saying words like chevrette, not covrette. So we bring in our words too. Now the reading and writing is traditional French, but the language is, we ask our teachers, Codefield gives them cards with our words, Louisiana words, either Cajun, Indian, or Creole. And so they teach those words as well.
It's really beautiful to see that the school is trying so hard to keep it a part of our culture. So thank y'all both for everything that you do for our French culture and for Terrebonne Parish as a whole. It's really beautiful. All right, y'all. So you both speak French so beautifully. I would love it if you could leave our audience with a little French saying of their own that they can take home with them.
Lâche pas la patate. Don't let the potato go. I have a sign on my car that says that. 500 signs made all over. It means when the symbol is when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So it's very easy. It's LP. Lâche pas la patate. And it says don't let the potato go. Don't let it fall. Don't let it fall.
Oh, beautiful. Miss Christine, can you leave our viewers with a little phrase?
This is for everyone. I mean, you see it all over Louisiana, especially in New Orleans. Laissez les bons temps rouler means let the good times roll, which is just a famous saying from Louisiana.
Yeah. I love that. And it's a classic one for Mardi Gras, too. So beautiful.
And I would just like to add that it's also used a lot by Cajuns. The American Indians and the Cajuns have always been hardworking people. So you would work hard and enjoy life after to the fullest. Laissez les bons temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Don't ever give up and lâche pas la patate.
Yeah, that's what we're about down here, is always having a good time. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for this episode of Carry On. Thank y'all for sticking around to hear about our beautiful French culture down here in Terrebonne Parish. Until next time, carry on.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Now.